Hey guys, um, I just wanted to do a vlog, and I wanted to talk about something that actually's been on my mind for a little while. In my Dying Light video, I talked about how I'd let a lot of stress go. I finally accepted the emotional abuse, verbal abuse that I had been put through my childhood. And my mom won't agree, no one agrees when they're inside of it, and I understand why. I really do. And for a long time I thought it was normal. I had a few friends who helped me through it, but I really thought it was normal. And my father's an alcoholic. Everyone likes to say he wasn't in my family, but he was. It started off, he didn't drink every day. He doesn't drink every day. But he would drink on the weekends. The reason I would know when he would start drinking or he'd be drunk is he'd start blaring music. It would literally reverberate in the walls. And I just wanted to state a few things. The reason I say it was emotional and verbal abuse. Some of the things that I've experienced, my mom tried to cover and said she did it, but I know it wasn't her. And I love my mother. I love her to pieces. But I just want to get it out there because I suffered through it. But I know I'm not alone. And I want to help other people get over, or not really get over, but accept what happened. Because there's really no getting over it. There isn't. And it's not getting over it, it's more of accepting what happened and being able to be like, yeah, it happened, but I'm a better person now, and I don't need to treat myself the way I was treated. So one of the things was high school, and before my brother and I were able to even leave the house to walk to school, mind you, which it was fun. I liked walking to school. It wasn't even that far. It was fun. I complained about it, yeah, but I mean, what kid doesn't? But before we could even start to leave, we had to pass an inspection. And one day, or a couple times, I was wearing sandals because I don't like closed-toed shoes or socks. I wear them when I have to, but I don't really like them. And I was wearing sweatpants, a tank top, and I was wearing a sweatshirt. And I was told, "You look like a slut, go change." I was told that on multiple occasions. I would fight. I would say, "Hey, why? How do I look like a slut? I'm just wearing sweatpants and a tank top and a sweater that covers everything." But that's what I was told, so I had to go change. And so I lived with that for a long time. I ignored it. My dad would get drunk, and I would be his main target to pick on. And it was extremely annoying. So annoying. Sometimes he was really lovey, like "I love you" type of drunk, but then he would go past that to a belligerent asshole drunk. And then he'd go past that to not being able to speak and falling down and just horrible, sloshed drunk. And I was really angry. I had a lot of anger inside of me. And I have a lot of body issues. I can't say I don't, because I do. And so I was also called lazy because I was working at the time. And on the weekends, I didn't want to do anything. I wanted to sit down, I wanted to watch TV, I wanted to play games. I didn't want to do anything. But I was called lazy because I didn't want to help out with the dishes or take the trash out or clean my room. And yes, my room was absolutely trashed. But I found the reason for why I did that is because inside I believed I was. I believed I was trash and that I didn't deserve anything better, so I let my room be trash. I let myself live in that because that's what I thought I deserved. And I don't. And it's taken me so long. I'm 24, and I finally accepted that I don't deserve that. I don't deserve my calling myself a pig, calling myself fat. I don't deserve calling myself lazy because I'm sick to my stomach and I literally cannot do anything but run to the bathroom to either puke or because I have diarrhea or because my stomach is in so much pain I can't move. I don't deserve to berate myself and to hurt myself. And I realized why I did that. I did that because growing up, I lived with my parents until I went to the military, which I was 21. I was in tech school when I had my 22nd birthday. I believe it was 22nd. Yeah, 22nd. And I was told to a couple times to pack my shit and get out. So I did. I left. And I didn't have the money to support myself, so I was living with friends. I lived with my grandparents for a while. At the time, I lived with an ex, and I was always told, "Oh, well, why did you leave? You didn't have to, blah blah blah." But the fact is, I was screamed and yelled at to pack my shit and get the fuck out. So I did. I did. And the worst part of it is I was also told it's like, "Oh, you're eating mac and cheese? You know, you put on a little weight, or you should start watching what you eat. You're getting a little chubby." And I was an emotional I am still an emotional eater. And I went from 170 in high school to 225 before I went to the military. When I went in the military, I went from 225 to 180. And when I'm and I was extremely proud of that. But when I was trying to get ready for the military, my father kept telling me, "I don't know why you're doing this. You can't make it. Don't bother doing it." And he always comes back and say, "Oh, well, I was just trying to motivate you. You can do it. I want to do it to motivate you to prove me wrong." That's not why he was doing it. My father is a narcissistic asshole, and I've disowned him. I do not want anything to do with him. He is not in my life. And every time he did something, I was expected to just forget about it, get over it, and go on like normal. But I can't. I tried to fix it a lot, sitting down with my dad and with my mom as a mediator and explaining to him what hurt me, what I still remember. And I still remember to this day sitting on a bar stool in the kitchen, well, in between the kitchen and the dining room, talking with him and telling him what hurt me, what affected me to this day, to that day. And I was probably 20. I don't remember. I know I was out of high school and working, and I don't remember my age. I know it was a couple years ago, but he said to me, "That's in the past. I don't care about it. Move on." And I'd say, "Well, I care. It's what's bothering me. It's what I've done. All I wanted was for him to apologize, and he never did." And sorry, it's really hard for me. I grew up feeling like I was the worst person on earth. I was the worst child. I was called ungrateful, disrespectful. I was called hurtful things, told I was fat, told I looked like a slut or a whore. And it was hard. It still is hard. But I lived through it. In high school was the worst time of my life. Because not only did I have my father berating me I was also emotionally abused by an ex of mine. And he was always, it was an on and off relationship for through my not sophomore, but junior, almost senior year. And he was always berating me because I didn't want to have sex with him. So it was a very, very dark time, and I was made fun of all the time. My first name's Ariel. I was always called Ariel or all this other, and I had my group of friends, but only two friends that I keep in contact now made me feel included. They made me feel like I wasn't alone, and I had suicidal thoughts. Um, I one time I had planned to kill myself, but I didn't, and I thank God for that every day because of my two best friends, Nakota Goodwin, who's Codeman 67, and Dylan Harper, and my brother Sonny. If it wasn't for those three people, I probably wouldn't be here right now. And they are, I thank God every day for them because because of them, I got up. I went to the lowest, darkest place I could go in my mind and in my life and in my emotional state. But I survived. A lot of people don't know any of this that I'm posting out. Like my mother doesn't know I had a plan to kill myself. But I'm sorry, Mom. I wish I could have told you. But at the time, I didn't feel like I could tell anyone. But I didn't. And I thank God every day that I didn't. Because I have a wonderful husband, a wonderful life. I had an amazing career in the military I wish I could go back to, but my health won't help me let me do that. And I'm okay with that. I've had a lot of setbacks in my life, but I keep looking away because it's really hard to look in the camera and do this, especially since I'm not used to recording myself. If it's a game, I can focus on the game and do commentary and be like, it's not about me, it's about the game. But this is about me. And I want to let people know my story so that you know you're not alone, that I will stand with you, and that I will help you. I know I'm not there with you physically, but if you watch my videos and I can make you feel included and I can make you feel wanted, which you are wanted and you are loved. Please just remember that. Because they're, because you not only hurt yourself every time you diminish yourself, but you set your mindset for how you're going to live your life. Because I can promise you, you are worth a whole lot more than you tell yourself you are. I figured out I am. And I'm glad I did. Because now, for the last 3 days, I haven't taken my depression medication. And I feel so much lighter. I literally broke down crying, talking to my husband because it was like an epiphany. I was crying so hard that I was exhausted, and I had a migraine afterwards, and I had not cried in a very long time, or even cried that hard in a very long time. But I got it out, finally, and I'm glad I did, because now I can take a step forward and get my life the way I want it. I can stop bad-mouthing myself. I can stop putting myself down. I can stop thinking I'm the laziest, worthless person I ever know. Because I'm not. And I know that there must be some people out there who feel that way too. So I just wanted to make this video to explain what I've been through. How hard I've worked on myself and how I've seen a couple therapists and I've seen psychiatrists. It never helped me. It really didn't. And now that I finally You know what's funny is I finally accepted it, but it was my mother-in-law who helped me. My mother-in-law, we got off to a very rocky start. It was bad. But since then, we've both apologized for the things that we've said. For the trip a couple of years ago, and we've bonded. We've moved forward together. And it was really sweet because she talked to me that day. My husband told his mom, and honestly, I was mad at first. I was really mad at first, but I also know I wouldn't have made that first step. I wouldn't have called her to see if she could help me talk through it, or know she was supporting me, because I know she does. I know she loves me, and I know she would support me no matter what. But I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have called her first. So, honestly, talking to her about it, knowing that my mother-in-law and my father-in-law are both in my corner. They both support me, and I love them dearly so much. And I'm blessed. I am blessed to have married my best friend. I am blessed to have in-laws that love me. I am blessed. But if I had let that depression, the suicidal thoughts, suicidal tendencies, if I had let that push me to where I did, if I didn't have my support system the way I did when I was a child and when I was a teenager, then I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't be blessed. I would have never met my husband. I would never have gone in the military where it helped me open my eyes. I wouldn't have a wonderful relationship with my grandparents, both sets of grandparents on my mom's side and my father's side, who support me and love me. But I do, and I thank God every day for it. Because the type of friends I have are the friends that, hey, if you lose contact for a couple of years, whatever, if you get back in contact, you will pick up like nothing ever happened. And I love it so much. And soon we're going to have Miss Hannah Bonanna and Nakota, Codeman67, come here. And I think it's like a couple months away. I'm so excited. And we're going to do so many videos, and I will vlog when they get here, and it's going to be amazing. I love them. Put my hands behind my back. A lot. Actually, I never realized it, but I do it a lot. And really, I don't notice when I do it a lot. And I've crossed my hands over my shoulders. I am very adept at helping and reading other people, but reading myself was the hardest thing I had to do. And it sucked. Going a self-revelation, it sucked. But you know what? It helped. And I want to help everyone else. And I know that's a huge claim to make. And I know I probably can't help everyone. But if I can help one person, why? Why would I do that? Why do you want me to do that? There. Sorry, settings was being retarded. Why do you want me to put my hands behind my back? Because I'm using my phone, so I kind of have to have my hand. But, yeah. Military-wise, I'm glad I did it. It taught me structure. It taught me to hold my head up high and to realize I am an airman. I may be medically retired, but I am still an airman. I am still 100% an airman. And I still stand like an airman. I still stand at parade rest. Sometimes I even stand at attention when I don't even notice it. But it gave me what I wanted. It gave me an identity. It gave me confidence. And you know what? That's what everyone needs. You don't have to go in the military to get the confidence you need. You don't have to do what I've done. But I did it for me. I did it. I wanted to wait a little longer to go in as an officer, to get college, go in as an officer. But I had so much anger burning inside me that I couldn't do that at the time. And honestly, I'm okay with that. Because I wish I'd gone in sooner. I might have met my husband sooner. I might have changed my life sooner. But I did change my life. And you can too. And I want you all to know you're not alone. You're never alone. Because I'm there for you. I know I don't post games normally. I don't finish games, blah, blah, blah. But that's because I have a short attention span. Yeah. And I will eventually get around to them. Like today, I'm going to vlog about having a kitter, which is a kitten. I like calling kittens kitters. And I'll vlog about that. I'll show off my new kitty cat, and I'm excited about that. But I just wanted to do this because it's been on my mind, and I'm also trying to reconnect with an old friend. In high school, we let a guy get between us. And after high school, I tried to stay in contact, but it was never the same. So I'm trying to reestablish contact. And I've been trying for a couple years now, but I'm going to try harder because it might not be as easy for her to get over either because she's had tough times too. But I want to let you know it's never too late to love yourself for who you are because you're beautiful people. I just want to let you know that. I hope you guys enjoy this vlog. I'll be doing another one later today. Not earlier today. But let me know in the comments what you've been through, and I'll try to reply to them all. And I hope to see you guys again. And I'm not sure if I'm going to post a game video today, but I might, depending on how obsessed I get with my kitten. Alright, bye guys. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I know it's super early, so have a great day. I hope you start off your day thinking that you're amazing, because you are. Bye.